Hello, everyone. For this review, we have the Transformers Takara Tomy Missing Link C-01, C-02 Optimus Prime slash Convoy. For those who are unaware, this is a brand new line that basically takes the original toys that started all of this, the Diaclone molds that eventually became Transformers. It takes those designs and basically makes them, we'll call it super articulated. It adds articulation that wasn't in the original toy. So it kind of makes them like a masterpiece figure. So this line is interesting to me as a kid, as a young adult. I always dreamed of having these figures in this kind of form, like take the figures and just give them more articulation. That would be nice. I also always wanted to have figures that look more like the cartoon. So maybe this is how we split those two ideas. The original Masterpiece series was kind of an amalgamation of toy design and cartoon design and kind of was its own thing. And it slowly migrated towards animation and it has almost firmly stuck into animation with a few caveats like the train bots, like Skids, even though Skids has the cartoon face, he's got a lot of greeble and design elements that makes him look like the early Masterpiece toys. So I kind of feel like maybe they're doing this so that we can have, you know, okay, we'll have our toy designs and we'll make them like the best toy designs possible, but leave them purely in toy design form. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. I just hope that this doesn't take away too much from the MPG line as it is now, because there's a lot of figures that we haven't got. I mean, there's years and years and years and decades of Transformers, but I would like them to get through, for instance, season one. That would be great. Like, give us some mini bots, give us Reflector, give us Insecticons. Like, there's things missing just from season one before they start doing more stuff. So who knows? We'll see what happens. So the box art is pretty awesome. These look like the Japanese releases. The American releases stray away from this a little bit, but the overall idea, this grid pattern with the, red and, we'll call this dark brown gradient, that was the G1, American toy also. But, the iconography, the poses, the way this is written out, this is all the Japanese flair of the original releases. So we'll go over CO1. So we do see some styrofoam. So that's a interesting return. On the top, this is looking pretty good. On the side, got some good photography. On this side, same photography. Got a bunch of stuff on the bottom. And there is a QR code if you want to see that. If I can get it to, there we go. And then the back, and this is very, very G1. So we got Japanese tech specs, the poster art, and we've got kind of a demonstration of what you'll be able to do with this. So this is our CO1. Uh, Also, this is pure toy deco. Okay, it always gets confusing. Then you've got CO2, which is the super articulated toy version, but with a cartoon color scheme. So no trailer, but everything else. Um, the chrome is still chrome, but we're gonna get some differences like the windows are tinted blue, his eyes are tinted blue, and he's got yellow paint on the crotch, which the regular toy version does not. So this is also a very reminiscent, dedicated Japanese style box. Got a little flap on the top. We got a demonstration of the transformation on the top. We've got photography here, photography here, some details on the bottom with another QR code, and then kind of a truncated tech spec box art thing going on behind here. I'll just show this for comparison. All right. So that is the packaging. Let's go ahead and get this guy open. Okay, so we're going to start with C-01. Oh, wow. There is a robot point inside, another QR code. For people who don't know, the old toys had robot points and they would have these mail-in offers. They kind of got that from, there's a lot of manufacturers that did that back in the day. Star Wars did it, other toy lines did it, but Transformers was big on it. But they would ever so often have these mail away promos, and you still have to pay money, but like so many robot points were needed just to be able to place the mail order. For instance, the Omnibots were a mail order thing. They also made Reflector in the United States a mail order thing because I don't think Reflector was a US toy. Okay, so you get a booklet and we get a, let me go ahead and take this out. We get a tech spec card decoder. So that is so that you can do this, and then you can see the lines a little bit better. That's kind of cool. We get a collector card. It's very flimsy. It's a super glossy but um very lightweight cardboard. Still cool that they did that. We get instructions, shows all the stuff that it comes with. We get a booklet. Was not expecting this. This is like a little history of Convoy. More so a demonstration of this toy. And a little bit of comparison here and a little bit of history here. That is nice. And then we get stickers. I didn't think we were going to get stickers. So we'll talk about this later. There's supposed to be sticker elements that are tampoed onto the figure, so we'll see whether there's actually room to add more stickers or not. This little matrix stands out. You get a little matrix. This is plastic, but looks really cool. His missiles and his wheels are on sprues. You're going to have to remove those. He's got the Energon axe that every Optimus Prime has to come with from now on. He gets the thick blaster. Here's Roller in his gray form or his silver form. Is the parts for Roller. And try to wiggle Optimus out because his trailer is attached. And there's some protective plastic in here. So if you get this second hand, there should be plastic in there. Okay, go ahead and get his little stabilizers out. All right, I'm gonna remove those in a moment, but let's look at Optimus. And one thing about Toy Optimus is his blue is more purple. That's been a thing for a while. Um, Another thing I noticed right away is there's a matrix chamber in there. In the original toy, can this come out? This might come out. It's really tight. In the original toy, these were seats, and it was because in Diaclone, those little drivers that sat in there. Part of the Diaclone lore was that there were little space aliens piloting the vehicles, and they did away with that with Transformers and made the robots sentient. Okay, so far this is looking really nice. I do see some tampos here and there. He does have a rub sign, and let's see if we can make it work. Not really. So you're supposed to rub these things, and really it's heat that makes it show. But I've always had a hard time getting that to work. I don't know what it is about my hands, but like my fingers are always cold. But yeah, this is crisp. The tires are rubber. They're pretty hard, but they are rubber. As you can see, he's got lots of chrome. So let's go ahead and transform this guy. This is one of the easier transformations, and I know that there are some differences. He is really tight, by the way. So if it looks like I'm going slow, I am trying to be delicate, but the joints are really tight. This is a whole new setup with the hands being able to do this. You'll need to untab the wheels as part of the new scheme. And these legs kind of slide. So just be aware of that. There we go. So these red sides should kind of leave the bounds of this centerpiece. And then you can kind of just tuck the wheels back down. Oh, the elbows are ratcheted. Yeah, this is nice. So let's see. I think he's supposed to have some kind of ab crunch. There we go. It's one click, but he's got ab crunch. Oh, that does not feel good. It's just very, it's like the solid clunk. Like it's a uh, deep area that has to bend forward. So these elements on his arm, these are painted. They are raised also. They're three-dimensional, so it's not just like tampo. It is actual three-dimensional. Same thing for the pieces on his legs. Same thing for the areas on his feet. So yes, you could totally put these on, but what's the point? Unless you're just like super big into stickers, there's no reason to do that. The hands are hinged. Because of transformation, they can go inward. They also swivel. This is a new thing. You couldn't do this before. Let's see. He's got ratcheted knees. His legs go all the way up. Not really any kind of side action on his legs. And it doesn't look like they twist at all. So don't try to do any kind of upper thigh swivel because that's not going to happen. And then the feet do have tilt, so that's a new thing. So yeah, that is super cool. And we can give him a gun and let's see. The side just opens up on a hinge and you can just stick this on and then close the hinge back up. And there you've got your missing link Optimus. And this is like a dream come true for me. This is pretty amazing. Um, I don't know, and this also for me kind of kills the Walmart reissues. We'll talk about that later. But well, I guess we can talk about it now. The Walmart reissues are like they were all doing this, original toy thing, and now they're taking the original toys and doing them in cartoon colors, which I like, but it's weird. Like, I don't know. There's so much product. I mean, I could rant about that for hours. There is just so much Transformers product as far as like choice. Like you got the main line generations, you've got Masterpiece, we've got Missing Link now, we've got quite a few iterations of reissues from Walmart. There's just to be a Transformer fan, this is like an amazing time. There's just it's almost like too much. Like, please stop. This is too much. Okay. Let's put him to the side for a moment. Let's talk about this guy. So just kind of taking a look here. This does not want to open. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we do have I guess it's a sticker on the inside already. There are some more stickers you can put on. So all these stickers basically go along the side if you want to do that. And then you got this big sticker that kind of goes, I think it goes up here or here. So that's what the use of the stickers are, but you've got stickers already. Technically, these should be folded to the center like this for stability. And he stands on it. And then you can also do this thing where it's like a repair bay. And you have him do this whole little repair bay thing. So this looks pretty much like his command deck. Nothing out of sorts with it. The only thing is the original toy. Oh, maybe it has it. I was going to say the original toy, the missile's fired, but there are little tabs here. So let's deal with the missiles real quick. I'm going to use a tool, little Gundam kit tool. If you don't have one, I would strongly recommend getting one. So you can remove things from sprues and have nice clean look afterwards and not have like chunks of plastic left over. You want to go real hardcore, you get one of these Gundam model kits. They have little sanding tools, and then you can like sand the nub off even further. Like that's pretty good, but technically you could sand that down and make it look perfect. So let's put these in. Oh, these are spring loaded. Okay. All right. So let's see what the range is. I'm going to point it at the backdrop here. Okay, that's not too bad. This was definitely engineered for American audience because normally the Japanese stuff, the spring loadedness, even in modern times, is like heavy. Like it can't pass US safety test type heavy. So that's good. Okay, so we got that going. And now let's take care of roller. All these wheels are identical. And when you use these, you want to put there's generally an angle. So like you notice how this is kind of pointing in that way. This is the back, this is the top. You want to put the back up against the part and the top facing the part of the sprue that you're cutting away. Basically push the back up against the part, and this way you get the closest possible cut. Don't ruin anything. This is also a G1 thing. All the original toys had these elements of things that you have to pull off of a sprue, and these just snap on. They will have a very hard snap when you do it. And basically, this side, the side that's kind of flat, is the back. The side that has like a cavity, like some detailing, is the outer part. All right, and that is it. Oh, you know what? So I put them on here, and my first instinct, because I had the original toy, was to push them back and see if the spring worked. There is no spring system here. So where there would be holes here, you'd be able to push him in, and there'd be a lever back here. And they recreated the lever, but it's molded into the deck. I was looking at it earlier and like wondering how that was supposed to work, and it doesn't. It's just decoration now. Uh, which is weird because he's got the parts. He's got the parts to push it into the deck and make it, shoot forward, but hmm. See all these weird design choices. Kind of wonder if maybe they borrowed the molding from one of these more recent releases, the Walmart releases. Okay. So then the thing with this is you can put this here and you can have him, pretend that he's fixing Autobots. You can also, I don't guess this stores anywhere. Okay, so that's that. And then without even looking at the instructions, there's a port here that you could put his gun or his energon axe. I guess you could put it here also. So you've got some storage capabilities. And then for those who are not aware, you have a couple other looks. So, we talked about the repair bay. So kind of put him in here like this, and then this section can, operate on him. You can also have this kind of armored deck, so to speak. So he can, this doesn't work all that well, but you can have the front do this. Having the cab here gets in the way, but you can do this if you wanted to. But mainly, this is the real deal. You put this in this configuration, and then in truck mode, he can ride around with this guy, exposed and shooting and all that good stuff. Okay, so that's C-01. Let's do. Well, we'll say that for last. I was going to say let's do comparisons, but let's save that for last. Something else I would recommend. This is something I came across like a long time ago. The chrome on these figures. There's a thing about like touching these and getting fingerprints on them. Um, I have come across like vintage G1 figures, and there are fingerprints that are like permanently formed into the chrome. So, like after you play with them or mess with them, take one of those rags that you clean your cell phone screen off with or your glasses and just buff it and get rid of the fingerprints. The oils on your hands can like create permanent damage. I don't know how to call it. Permanent marking on the chrome. All right, so let's get CO2 open. There's extra tape. We got some Autobot points here also. Sorry, not really Autobot points. These are just an homage. And then there's that QR code. And we got styrofoam here also. There's a booklet in the back. Remember, this is the animation colors version. So tech specs, another convoy card looks to be identical, just says CO2 on the back. We got instructions. We got another booklet. That's the same booklet. So same booklet for both. And we get stickers again. So I guess it's cool that they give them to you. But the whole reason for getting this guy is we want it to be animation referenced. All right, so we have a matrix. This time it is animation colored, and that looks nice. We got that. We have the Energon axe in a little bit more solid color. It's still translucent, but it's not. It's more yellow too. We have the same thick, beefy gun, but there's some added paint here. Is that cool? And then we've got Convoy, and there's a place in the back that you can push to get this out. There's also a plastic protector sheet in there. Okay, so color's a little different, more blue than purple. The reds are the same. The stripe on here is silver, and the stripe on here is gray. That's different. It's solid. And it may be hard to tell, but the windows are blue. Here you can tell the windows are kind of yellow, have a yellow tint, yellow brown tint. And I'm gonna see if I can make this rub sign work. Kinda, yeah. I bet you can't see that. Yeah. I can't see it in the camera, but in real life I can see it. All right, that's enough. Let's transform him. He is tight, just like C-01. There's the blue eyes. This is probably the scariest part because I don't know how fragile this rail system is, and it is a little difficult to manipulate. Okay, I think that's it. And there's animation colors. Something I forgot to show you. I showed you the ab crunch. There is a bit of a waist swivel also. Not much because there's a lot of parts going on back here, but there is a waist swivel. All right, and then we can pull this down. See if I can remove this. I'm just curious. Yeah, this does. Ah, okay. This does remove, and there are seats back there. It's cool. And we can put our animation matrix in there. And then one more thing I forgot to mention, die cast. So the chest Strangely, the arms, like this part of the arm. So this is like a plate that sits inside these two pieces, and then the feet are die cast. So holding and manipulating this guy, he's got some heft to him, and that is why. I think the original toy had die cast here and here also, but not in the arms. All right, so let's put his weapons on him just to get him fully decked out. Okay, and there is animation missing link Optimus or Convoy. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's do some comparisons. So just between these two guys, um, biggest difference, toy had yellow eyes, cartoon had blue eyes. The mouth plate is silver, the nose and all the surrounding areas are blue. Mouth plate and nose is gray, along with the crest. We talked about the windows being different. The blue is different. Probably picks up best when you look at the hands. Um, More purple here, more blue here. Autobot symbol in the show, it was an outline for Optimus. On the toy, you have the silver outline look on both shoulders. Then you've got the recreation of the stickers. So there's paint on the arms, the knees, and the toes. No paint here, no paint here, but we have the gray on the front of the toes, just like the animation. So those are the big differences. Also, the chest cavity, the matrix holder is black on the animation and chrome on the toy version. Okay, now here I've got a reissue, a Japanese reissue. This was the trying to remember the name of the line. This was the one that came with the booklets. The reissues from like 2004, I think. So this is prob as far as like what I have access to, this is the most ancient Optimus, and the colors are pretty well matched. I think the blue purple on here is just a tad bit darker. As you can see, you've got these areas that have stickers on them, and then this came with a metal matrix. Oh, this thing is stuck in there. Yeah. Okay. And then that's what the seat cavity looked like. They have used this thing for so many other products over the years. And anytime you see a metal matrix, it's probably from this toy. Um, New Optimus is a tad bit bigger. He is a teeny, teeny, teeny bit bigger. Hmm. Um, and the wheels are a little different. I mean, this thing is reworked. This is not like they took this and like re-engineered the mold. This is the missing links are like a new figure from the ground up. Okay, so there is that. And then just for some scale, here's Masterpiece, Optimus. And then here's the SDCC, or is it PulseCon, uh, that IDW Optimus. So these are size-wise, they're kind of comparable to Generations. Little on the short side, but still, pretty hardy figure. All right, and then last, I wanted to look at old and new trailer. So this guy is from that 2004 Optimus. This one had a blue roller that was a American toy thing. And just to show it off a little bit, here is that launching system. So you could put this in, press it, and launch him. This thing is like super springy. I think the missiles are, yeah, missiles got way more spring to them also. Like I said, the Japanese stuff, they do not have the same American safety laws, but 2004. So you can tell in their design of this, they considered this being sold in the United States. So they've pulled back on the spring loadedness of the missiles. And Roller also has little stickers on the front. But yeah, these pieces are identical. Yeah, I wonder if maybe these are from the same mold. I don't know. I mean, they are identical. All right. So that's the comparison. All right. So pretty amazing in general. It's kind of a dream come true. I know we got more stuff on the way. We've got Bumblebee and Cliffjumper we'll review very soon. We've got RC and Sunstreaker on the way, and who knows what else is in store. One thing that we probably won't be getting is a Megatron because they seem to be designing these with America in mind, and they're never going to sell a gun Megatron in the States. I do want one, but I'd just be surprised if it happens. But again, looking forward to whatever else they do come out with. And I just hope that Takara continues pumping out some masterpiece stuff. There's some rumors out there, so hopefully 2025 we'll see some big things. So that's the review. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in comments. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.